it's retorting. He's like, well, Act, you used to do the war in Chirac and you didn't mind when the rapper said it. Brother, again, if you can't see the difference in that, but not only that, that's not okay either. And also, it's very different if you're doing it in an art form like his comedy. And I think he's been trying to make a comedy. However, a lot of times people keep listening to Charleston White comes off so hateful that they refuse to believe it's comedy or even an act. They're like, that's him. All right, chat, I'm going to be honest with you. I gave y'all about 5 hours and 43 minutes. I'm not about to kill my voice much longer because for me to either, I don't know if I'll be able to come back tonight unless some crazy shit happens. For me to be able to stream tomorrow, I need to save my voice a little bit. I do have like 2 more topics. Salute to my man. Well, pause on my man. He says he's no longer transitioning into being a woman. He says bad bitch and trans bitch needs a real nigga like me. Okay? Have no idea what this guy is, but I don't know. Listen, I don't believe this nigga is gay. No, let me pause. That's my voice giving out. That's
what?
Not my, that's not my full thought. Chill, hold on. Yeah, let me get some water. I don't believe he's doing all this, like all this gay stuff or this transgender stuff, if he's not in the industry. This is, I do believe, when y'all believe all this shit about sacrificing it, I don't necessarily believe that, but I do believe when someone gets into the industry and they're seeking fame and they're chasing, wealth and all the other stuff that, like, to be inherently famous and be idolized by fans, that's something that's kind of reserved for the Lord. It's reserved for God. So it does change men when you're put up on this pedestal by other men. And it almost makes some people feel like they're almost a deity. And I'm not saying that's what Lil Wop necessarily is going through, but I do believe him being famous is pushed him to do all this weird shit to either keep or kind of exacerbate his fame. Just like how the Island Boys, I think their fame or clout pushed them into incest. I don't think they were doing incestuous shit before. I think they're willing to do anything to keep the fame. And once you see shit like this, you become saddened at what you have to sacrifice in terms of your soul to keep or to gain more in this music or this fame-filled industry. You get what I mean? Maybe he would be trying to turn into like a gangsta Barbie doll. I don't know, but I just don't believe he would have. I think this is what fame has done. I'm going to be a boy sometimes, LOL. And just to clarify, I'm not saying I'm gay or I'm not going to be dressing up. I'm not fully transitioned. If he didn't have an audience that was reading this and reposting him, that boy, it would have been, this nigga would be selling crack on the block. Like, let's not act like attention isn't what's driving all this weird shit we're seeing. You know what I mean? Just like the majority of women don't run around fighting and acting like hooligans and swines, but you put them under their camera on zoos and they're incentivized by money and a lot of fame, and they become like animals. They start moving like they're in jail, like they're incarcerated. That's how it is. Again, I don't want to blame fame and everything because some of these niggas are weird, but some of these people, like, I'm not going to blame mental health or something like that. Man, half of these niggas, they're just trying to do whatever they can to stay in the game or stay being talked about. Somebody say it's not
I
the
think
fame, it's chasing the fame. Well, same thing, whether it's the fame or chasing the fame. What do you say, Fax?
I think that the Island Boys been freaky as hell. That shit been in them. They ain't just make them and Lil Wop, bro. Come on, bro. That nigga, he been flickerous. Respectfully, like it ain't no. I can't make excuses for them. Like it ain't that much fame in the world. Act. I just don't see it,
Well, might be true, brother.
Yeah, bro. Facts. Some people have no shame, my dude. Some people
bro.
have no shame, bro.
I can't make an excuse for it though, bro. Like them niggas been gay, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Like them, they been had them thoughts. They been had them temptations. They been did that. You feel me? Like I just don't agree that being famous and wanting to get likes, followers, and talked about, you would go to the furthest extent of fucking being gay. Like they been had to have them thoughts.
Yeah, Lil Wop, cut it out, nigga.
But
Like you're
facts,
not.
you gotta keep it a bean too, though. Like you gotta realize you also saying that. Like I would say the same thing, but that's how we would conduct ourselves. Like we wouldn't do that because we have certain standards and morals for our own selves.
Whoa, whoa,
Like
whoa,
there are
whoa,
certain people that
whoa, hold on,
don't have
hold on,
that.
though, hold on, though. I do think that fame and everything comes with it, and the lifestyle changes you. Like, think about this. Have y'all thought about this? What would make Fetty Wap, who's a successful artist, gained so much money, maybe lost a bunch too, go sell drugs? It has to be something about the fame or the lifestyle, the money that was so appealing. Like, why wasn't he trying to sell drugs on that level before? Maybe he was. Maybe we didn't catch him, or not we, but the cops. But it's something about fame and money that once someone gets a taste of it, it's like cocaine. It's like something that you keep chasing. That when I seen Fetty Wap get arrested for that, I said, damn, this nigga is still chasing a lifestyle, even if it meant selling drugs and doing some shit that could put him behind bars. You know what I mean?
I
So,
don't think he was chasing a lifestyle. I think he was chasing the money.
what does the money bring and facilitate?
Yeah, you're right.
The lifestyle.
That's a good point.
I mean, it's alluring. It's alluring, man. Like there are certain.
Yo,
It appeals to so many of your base needs as a human, bro.
Yo,
And then some. Like,
Fetty Wap admitted on my podcast how many cars he bought, how much money he spent and ran through. Again, the reality of downsizing or the reality of sometimes that, hey, you're no longer famous, like fucks with some people's heads. They do things to try to reverse it. Maybe in Fetty Wap's case, like, damn, money's getting low. It don't look like I gotta downgrade the lifestyle, or I could get in some other shit and try to finesse it like it is part of rap. Or this nigga might be like, damn, I'm not really popping no more. Well, let me try to transcend. I don't know.
okay, act when he pulled up on you at the podcast, like, were you able to visibly tell that he was outwardly flashy, or was he low key about it?
He didn't look. He was very humble, and it's the first time I met him, so I can't tell you how he was before. But he was so humble. He was humbled like a man who had it all and lost it all and was starting to get it back.
Okay,
And
okay.
and like that was a very special place to have someone who was willing to have a conversation because they weren't moving off ego. And speaking of which, in terms of like even an interview status, I know y'all